Hey everybody, Jim the Tabletop Engineer here. In this episode, I want to make another piece of fantasy scatter terrain. I began this project with a Reaper miniature, a horseback rider with a lance and shield. After gluing it together, I traced the base onto a piece of chipboard. Then I drew a square around that, which would be where I am going to build a fence. I cut out the chipboard and rounded the corners to create the base of my scattered terrain. Next, I went to my Proxxon and I cut a 1-inch piece of foam into a rectangle, and I cut two thinner pieces of 1/4-inch foam to glue onto the top and bottom to make a base that slightly overhangs. Next, I went and made marks where I'm going to glue the posts for the fence. These are 1/2-inch pieces of craft sticks that I bought at the hobby shop. I used wood glue to just glue them into place all the way around the chipboard. And then I took additional craft sticks and I made a rail by using wood glue again to go all the way around. After this was done, I used some craft squares, little wood squares, to glue on the base for decoration.
Each month, Bexim's Bazaar RPG and Wargaming magazine provides gamers with articles, props to print and cut out for players, mini adventures, new monsters, and much more. Look in the description below for details on how to get a few free issues so you can see what you're missing.
Next, I took the statue and put some glue on it and attached it to the base so I could trace it around. I won't be gluing in that area. So I took some burnt sienna paint and hit all around the rails, and then I used tacky glue all the way around the base and inside the rails to apply some small rocks and sand for texture. Be sure to leave that center area where you traced around the statue empty. No, don't glue sand down on it. Next, I gave a dry brushing to the fence with some light gray, and you'll have to just do this based on what you want the fence to look like. I was going for a sunbeat look, and then I took that same gray and I hit the base and the statue. After that, it was just gluing the statue down, and then I used dirty paint water for a wash on the base. All right, there you go. One piece of scattered terrain, a statue of a lancer. I'm not sure, there's probably a correct term for it, but a soldier on horseback with a shield and a lance. The fence is weathered like old wood that's been out in the sun too long, and the ground is rocky and sandy, very dirty. But you could do that however you want. You could frost it if it was in a like a frost grave setting. However you want to do it. One thing that turned out really nice, and this was just sort of luck, the paint I used, which was just a cheap gray paint, on the foam, it actually looks like stone. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this or not, but it actually has, there you go, it actually dried and provided a texture that is like it was, the base and everything was carved out of one piece of stone. So very pleased with how this turned out. You could use anything for the statue. You could use a soldier. Obviously, for the fence, I wanted to go with something a little bigger. But you might have 3 statues or 2 statues that are inside a fence. However you want to do it. One extra detail that you could consider, I didn't do it because, again, this is scatter terrain. You might want to put some writing or a small plaque somewhere on the statue. But there you go. All right, I'll be back next Wednesday with another video. In the meantime, this is Jim, the Tabletop Engineer. Everybody have a great day. Take care.